Welcome to an Alternate Hue. I'm Hugh Anderson, and this is some of what caught my attention recently. AI, artificial intelligence. You've heard about it, haven't you? It's been in all the papers. Well, recently, Andy Kessler, in an article in the Wall Street Journal, asked, will artificial intelligence destroy jobs? History shows that more and better paying jobs are always created as some jobs are destroyed. New and better jobs are always created, yet no one believes it. We no longer have typing pools, stenographers, or typesetters. And a 2022 paper studying automation and job categories led by economist David Autor states that roughly 60% of employment in 2018 is found in job titles that did not exist in 1940. A Goldman Sachs report from March states that 85% of employment growth over the last 80 years is explained by the technology-driven creation of new positions. Now, a few weeks ago, dock workers reached a tentative deal with West Coast ports on automation technology. The union wants limits on everything from computer-controlled cranes to, wait for it, that's right, barcodes. Very high-tech. And they are. But they've been around for a very long time and they're embedded in society, so fighting them now is kind of interesting, to say the least. Now, touchscreen cash registers are turned around at McDonald's and lots of other restaurants to face customers. White Castle is using Miso Robotics Flippy 2 with computer vision and AI at its fry stations, replacing workers. And soon, robots will be making the chain's famous greasy sliders. Yet with all those jobs destroyed, there aren't long lines at the unemployment offices, and U.S. non-farm payrolls are at a record high, and median real wages are near their pre-pandemic and pre-inflation highs. Progress will always scare people, which means we need education, training, and temporary safety nets to help workers make the transition to better jobs. But are we prepared? The Wall Street Journal, in a recent op-ed, reported that school districts here in Las Vegas and elsewhere are abandoning homework and deadlines in favor of, quote, equity grading, unquote. In a world of continued job disruption, that doesn't sound like the right solution, according to Kessler. And I agree. Now, Dave Rosenberg weighs in with another perspective. He says, whether friend or foe, generative AI will be a future source of intense disinflation. The bottom line is that productivity will undoubtedly receive a boost as bots are increasingly able to perform repetitive and time-consuming tasks with human-level speed and accuracy or greater, but that labor displacement among many white-collar jobs is likely to be a painful casualty of the shift. This is where the greatest upheaval is going to be on the labor market. Now, generative AI refers to a broad category of machine learning technology that creates content based on a vast array of data and information that has been fed. What sets generative AI apart from its predecessors is that, unlike traditional AI systems that are primarily used to make predictions based on detected patterns, this wave of technology is actually able to generate new content like text, images, and audio. The current phase of generative AI is only able to perform a small subset of tasks to the same degree of efficiency and accuracy as humans, but if the trend of improving tech continues along the predicted path, many experts in the field believe that by 2060, AI capabilities will have surpassed human cognitive power. Open the pod bay doors, HAL. HAL, open the pod bay doors. Not scary, but it was scary when I was a kid. As with previous waves of disruptive technology, generative AI will lead to a boost in productivity as it becomes more integrated with business practices. Theoretically, with the systems performing mundane and repetitive tasks on behalf of humans, more time can be freed up to take on additional projects that involve a higher degree of skills and creativity, a trend we have observed throughout history with the invention of the Internet, Microsoft's suite of Office products, and other tools that have become crucial to many workers' day-to-day operations. Quantifying the positive impact on productivity is a difficult, if not impossible task, according to Rosenberg, but early research indicates that its effects could surpass that of the invention of the Internet at the end of the last century. On the conservative end, Goldman Sachs estimates that global GDP will rise by 7% over a 10-year period due to the technology, and in contrast, researchers at the World Economic Forum are calling for a larger 26% boost to the global economic output by 2030, amounting to $15.7 trillion, which is larger than China and India's GDP combined. And while the exact figure is up for debate, the view that generative AI will increase economic activity and productivity is virtually unanimous. There's no denying that one side effect of this fast-evolving technology is labor market displacement and potentially higher levels of unemployment. However, the internet sparked similar fears several decades ago and actually ended up creating millions of jobs in the US and now accounts for 10% of our country's GDP. The sort of AI technology we are talking about today, however, has much more acute labor displacement characteristics because we're talking about a generation of analysts in any profession, for example, being totally replaced. And the cost savings will be incredible. But the mounting unemployment that will ensue is sure to pressure governments to finally give in and embark on a road of a minimum guaranteed income system, according to Rosenberg's. With that, may the force be with you. And that's it for this week. I wish you much health, happiness, and prosperity. And you might want to hit the books because the robots may be coming. So I'm Hugh Anderson, and this has been an Alternate Hue.